Ozzo the Hedgehog here, and welcome to a Tekken 8 tier list video. Today I am going to show you guys, because I've played the story and I finished the story, I'm going to show you guys, with the base roster here, because Eddie hasn't been released yet. My opinion, who's the best person to play as. So here we have main, which is going to be my main characters. Want to learn, which surprisingly there actually are some characters in the Tekken 8 roster that I actually want to learn. Play if have to, which is, I will play them if they show up in the story, or if they are, or if to unlock their endings and stuff like that. But if I don't have to play them, no. Hate and will never play. Now that one is more on the line that, yeah, I hate this character and I would never play them, and I never play them after I unlock their ending, and stuff like that. You'll never see me play certain characters because, again, I don't like them. Needs buffs and fixes, aka fixing. Now, I have noticed that there are some characters in this, and I get it, a 2-week game, but there are some characters in this game that I feel like that needs buffs and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why that one is there, and so yeah, just to let you guys know, this is how the order that this tier list has given me. So we're gonna start with Jack 8. Now, I actually do like Jack 8's look in this, because he looks like RoboCop, 80s, and I love that. I'm gonna put him at the want to learn, because yes, I've been a Jack fan since Tekken 2, but he's a bit more complicated for me. But I love how he looks in 8. So yeah, I would love to learn how to do Jack. Jin, now, he's okay, but I'm gonna put in have to play. I've never liked playing Jin unless I absolutely have to. I'm not a Jin main. I get that it's his Tekken 8 is his story and stuff like that. It's his redemption arc, and I hope that when we get Tekken 9, in 10 years' time, that he'll start to use his mother's fighting style, because I loved the ending there where he went from his Tekken 4 on up fighting style to his iconic Tekken 3 fighting style to his mother's fighting style, and I love that. And I think his Tekken, the new Kazama style, is a lot better. And if that was actually, an option, a fighting style option in Tekken 8, which I don't think so, but if it was a option, that would make me want to play Jin more. But I don't think that is, but I hope that in Tekken 9 we that will be his fighting style. Um, because he even said in the story that he's done with the Kazama style, so we're not going to get the classic Tekken 3 Jin fighting style. And I don't think he's going to go. So I think he's either going to stick with his Tekken 4 on up fighting style, or hopefully he'll go to his mother's fighting style. But yeah. Jun Kazama, my main. She's my main. She's the one that got me into the franchise. I love June, and I hope they keep her in. I hate the explanation that they pulled, explaining where she's been. I love that they gave her the foresight ability, and stuff like that, but the explanation of where she's been, I hate that. That's like the lazy way out. I'm glad that she's alive, but I don't like the route that they gave her, and stuff like that. And I hope that that she does good, because if she doesn't do good, we're gonna lose her, and they're not gonna bring her back for Tekken 9. And I think that's sad, because yeah, she is alive. They've confirmed that. But so if she doesn't do good and they take her out, how are you going to explain that? Are you going to kill her off officially? But who knows? All right, Kazuya. I'm going to put in the needs fixing. Because he is one of the characters that needs buffs. He's kind of broken, and stuff like that, and the fact that, especially during the final boss fight, I'm not gonna spoil it for people who haven't played it yet, but if you have done the story, you guys will know that. What I'm talking about. Okay, King. Now this is the normal King. This is not armor. I prefer armor, and I hope armor gets in. Now story wise, I love King. Like, I love he's doing it for because he trying to get money for an orphanage, that and stuff like that. I love his story, but personally, I prefer armor over him. But I'm gonna put him in to play if I have to, because of the fact of the matter is that I will play him to unlock his stuff. Other than that, no. Again, like I said, I prefer armor, and if armor was on that list, he would go right up next to June, because he's always been my main. When June was gone, and Armor King came back for for Tekken 5 on up, he became my main, and stuff like that. So when Armor does show up as DLC, that's when he's going to go up to being the main, and stuff like that. Okay, so Lars. I think that Lars needs buffs, because he's not as broken as Kazuya, but he needs buffs. There's some things that I've noticed when I play against him online, especially, that that he's a little busted, and I think that they need to fix that. Okay, Law. And this is Marshall, not Forrest, but this is Marshall. I'm gonna put him there. Now, I've never been and this might make a lot of Law fans angry, but I've never liked Law ever since mainly because of the fact that I played against him a lot back in Tekken 2, and every time he kicked my butt, and it didn't matter who I was, I would even pick him, and I would lose against him. So I don't like Law. I love what they did to him in the game, especially in all these other endings where they're a jerk to him and stuff like that, and even in his own ending they kill him off. I thought that was funny, and stuff like that. So I would say that Tekken 8 has to be the best that Law has been, and stuff like that. So, okay, Paul Phoenix. For Paul Phoenix, he doesn't suffer the same fate as Law, but it's not that good either. Play if I have to. I'm not that big of a Paul player. I'm not a big fan of Paul. But again, it's not as bad as Law. And if you think Law's going to be the only one in the hate category, you're wrong, because there will be some other characters, we just haven't gotten to them yet. But yeah, he's Paul isn't in the same boat. Again, I'll play him to unlock his ending. His ending is actually a reference to his Tekken 3 ending, where he ended up being late for the tournament and stuff like that, and that's actually funny. So, alright. Nina Williams. She's also one of my mains. I've been a Nina player ever since Tekken 2. And I was a little worried when she wasn't, wasn't there originally in Tekken 7, and stuff like that. So that kind of concerned me, especially when I saw Katarina, and I thought that it was Nina in disguise and stuff like that, but then I find out that no, that's a new character entirely, and then that also concerned me. But when Nina got revealed, yes, she was on the base roster, but she wasn't one of the first characters to be revealed, unlike in Tekken 8 and stuff like that. So yeah. But Nina, I can see her being in every Tekken game. She has been in every Tekken game. She's been the only one that has ever gotten a spin-off. And I don't see the franchise without Nina. If they're going to get rid of Heihachi and Yoshimitsu and Paul, I can see her being the only one, because besides Heihachi before he got killed off in 7, the only ones that have been in every Tekken game was Nina, Yoshimitsu, Paul Phoenix, and Heihachi. Other than that, everyone else has been, not shown up in every single game, and stuff like that. So I think that the fact that we have a character that has been in since the beginning, who's quite good actually, especially in this game, and I love her new look. She reminds me of a of a character from Trails of Cold Steel, and I thought that which is, I think, Irina or whatever, Alyssa's mother from Trails of Cold Steel, and I still feel like they got inspired by her to when they made Nina's design. And if you do the pictures, the characters side by side with Nina's new look and Irina's Trails of Cold Steel look, you'll know what I mean. But okay, Xiao Yu. I'm gonna put in needs buffs because a few fights that I have came across Xiao Yu, they there's some of her modes do like over half damage and stuff like that. At least from what I've experienced. Remember, this is from what I've experienced. So yeah, I would say that she definitely needs some buffs. Not as big as Kazuya and Lars, but yeah, she does need some buffs. All right, Asuka Kazama. Originally, I hated Asuka. Originally, back when she came out in Tekken 5, and it didn't take it took until Tekken Tag Tournament 2 for me to actually start liking her. But I'm not gonna put her in the buff category because she's already gotten buffs and stuff like that. She actually got the most buffs before the game came out. She's got the worst. She got the short end of the straw, short end of the stick, and stuff like that. I would say that I'm not going to put her in the hate and never play because of the fact that if this was pre Tekken 8, I would have put her there. But play if no, play if I have to, because yes, I did play as her, and I play as her to unlock her endings and and I am interested in her story, even though that it doesn't really go anywhere. I mean, she has a rivalry with Lily. I mean, that's a little depressing. But again, it's not the worst that I've seen, but they could have done a little bit better with Asuka. I love the fact. I would love an interaction between her and June, to be honest, and having her, learn a little bit more, because we just find out that, I'm not sure if she knew, but that her and Jin are related, and that makes her and June related, and in the story they didn't know that, but they just recently did that in 8, and I love that. So yeah. All right, Leroy. Now, I'm putting him. I want to put him in the buff. Need buffs because I discovered that, yeah, especially if you put him on hard difficulty, he's actually quite difficult. It's almost like how he was back when he first got released, when he was broken and stuff like that. And again, after they buffed him in Tekken 7, I actually liked him because I do like Leroy. He's difficult to play, though. I will say that he is difficult to play, and you're gonna have to learn how to play as him. Um, but I would say he does need buffs because right now he does remind me of where he was in 7 when he came as DLC as 7, where he was busted and stuff like that. Okay, so next character we have Lily. She's one of my mains. I've been a Lily fan ever since she came out in Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. In 7, I won my first tournament with Lily back in Tekken 7 when I did a tournament, and I actually am glad that she's back. And she is, I'm still as good with her in 8 as I was in 7. In fact, when I tried to do the last achievement, which is the group battle, this is funny. I tried to fight someone as Lily, and the fact of the matter is that they ended up I think it was lagging out or something, but I never got to fight someone as Lily, and I know that it was on their end and not my end, because of the fact of the matter is that when I picked June, people would play against me. When I picked Jack, they would play against me. When I played as Aquafina or any of these other characters, people would play against me. But when I picked Lily, they pretty much would leave. So I never got not. So I think it's funny that, if I pick Lily, no one will play against me. But if I pick anybody else on the roster, people want to fight me. So I think that's quite funny. All right. Now this might get some people angry, especially one of my friends, Fate. But I'm putting in hate and never will play because I've never been a Harong player. I've played against Harong so many times, and just like Marshall, I end up getting my butt handed to me every time a Harong player shows up. So I'm not that big of a Harong player. Again, I will play him to unlock his endings, but that's it. Okay, Claudio. He's going over here just like Harong, because of what happened in Tekken 7. I've always lost against him in 7. I do like him, as a character and his story, but when it comes to fighting against him, no. And that's kind of the major problem with with some of these characters, is personality wise and stuff like that. And them as a character is good, but when it comes to like fighting, Okay, Aquafina. Now this is one of the 3 new characters that was added to Tekken 8. aka Coffee Queen or Coffee Girl. I'm putting her up to want to learn because I do actually want to learn how to play as her. I dabble in her, in her gameplay and stuff like that, and she does interest me. Again, I have to still learn her because she's a new character, and I love the fact that she loves coffee and she's trying to sell coffee because I'm a coffee drinker myself. I love Starbucks and coffee and stuff like that, so I can relate to that. I wouldn't say that I'm obsessed as Aquafina is, but that's a little that's another story. But yeah, okay. Raven, and this is normal Raven and not flipping Master Raven from 7. Because if it was Master Raven, she would go into the hate. Because I hated Master Raven. I hated her, and I still do. But this is the good Raven. This is the original Wesley Swipes or whatever it is, Snipes or whatever it is. The good male Raven. Surprisingly, I'm actually really, really, really good with him. Actually, he actually became one of my mains in Tekken 8. Actually, I'm really that good. And yes, I have played Raven back in Tekken 5, 6, and Tag 2. He was the first one that I played as in Tekken 5, and stuff like that. So, and the fact that he's a ninja, and I like that. Now, Sergei Dragunov. Now, I'm putting him in the hate because I do not like him. I hate his fighting style. I like his look. And I like his name. But I don't like his. I just don't like him. There's just something about him. He's creepy. And the fact that he doesn't even speak. That's the other thing that's the other thing I don't like about him is that he doesn't even speak. All right. Enough about Dragunov because again, I hate the fact that he shares. He's got the name Dragunov. So it's like, okay, because I like dragons and stuff. So, all right. So Kuma. Now Kuma. I've never really been a fan of Kuma. I'm starting to like him in 8, and stuff like that. I feel bad for him about the fact that he likes Panda. He wants to get married to Panda. She keeps turning him down, and that he's he's quite loyal and all that stuff. But I'm actually going to put him to, put him over here because of the fact of the matter is that I will play him if I have to. If I want to, if he's like the only character left to rank up, or if I want to, or if I just want to pick a random character or something, like when it came to in 7 where Josie wanted to join, and the interaction, I liked that, and I liked the, that he gave her gave her his, give her earring back, and the fact that she wanted to join the Machine Zaibatsu, he wants to, and stuff like that. I really did like that interaction, and I do like the Tekken 8 reaction as well. My favorite ending from Kuma, though, I would say is the Tag 2 ending. Is the Tag 2 ending where he sees Panda, and he tries to go after her, but he ends up seeing someone else that's just like Panda, and then he goes and tries and confuses the dude for Panda. So yeah, and then you hear the guy in the suit scream. That's funny. Because we all know what Kuma ended up doing to that dude, and it's funny. Alright, Leo. Now, I want to actually learn Leo. I do like Leo. They are quite interesting now. I'm gonna say they, because even though I know I know their gender, but the creator wants people to decide on what they are themselves, and he's not going to confirm or deny what we think Leo is, and stuff like that. So if you want to say that, oh, Leo's a dude, then you're right. If you want to say Leo's a girl, you're right, because they're not going to 100% confirm Leo's gender, even though they did once, but not a lot of people remember that. But I hated Leo's ending in 8. They took the lazy way out. You thought that me getting on Namco for what they did to June was bad. Oh boy, they pretty much took a scene from the story mode, the scene with Leo and Leo's father, and they just copied and pasted that scene and called it Leo's ending episode for Leo's episode. That's lazy. They pretty much just copied and pasted Leo's one of Leo's scenes that she did that Leo does with their father, and just calls it an ending. That's lazy, because this was supposed to be, finally we're finding answers because they got reunited with their father and stuff like that, and Leo all this time has been trying to get answers for the mother, and then, you would think Leo would finally get the answers from their father about the mother, but instead they take a scene from the episode from one of the chapters in the main story and calls it an episode, and it's stupid. Anyway, Shakeen. I've never liked Shakeen. I like the look, I like and stuff like that, and I like the fighting style, but that's about it. Everything else, there's just something about Shakeen that I just don't like. So I would say I'm gonna put him I'm putting him in the hate. Yes, I do his do it so I can unlock his ending, but that's it. And again, for him, the fact that he's angry at Kazuya because of killing a friend, yeah, that's fine, but that's all we got in 7. In 8, he's defending Lily because apparently the G Corporation's targeting Lily and we never find out why, so whatever. Okay. Steve Fox. Play if needed. Mainly because of the fact that he... Again, the only thing I don't like about Steve Fox... The only thing I don't like about Steve Fox is his fighting style. If they changed him from being a boxer to any other fighting style, then I would be a big Steve fan. But, because that's the only thing that I don't like. I love the fact that he's Nina's biological son. I love the fact that he's from Britain, from the UK. I've got friends from the UK, and stuff like that. I really liked his ending because of the fact that, he's trying to be showing off that he's a, that he's trying to be strong and stuff like that, and I respect that, like I said, the only thing I don't like about Steve Fox is that he is a boxer. If they changed him from being a boxer, you would have a great character. Okay, Yoshimitsu. I'm putting him, and this might surprise a lot of people, in the want to learn because of the fact that for the first time in the Tekken, I would say in the Tekken franchise since Tekken 2, they made me want to actually learn Yoshimitsu and actually play Yoshimitsu. I hated Yoshimitsu's Tekken 1 design. I hate his Tekken 3 design. And I hate his 5 design and his 6 design, his tag 1 and 2 designs. I love his Tekken 2 design, his Tekken 4 design of him being a grasshopper, and his Tekken 8 design. And funny enough, he's the one character when I had to do the final, try to get the final, final trophy, which was the group trophy, where you're supposed to win one group match. He's the one character that I won and got that achievement with. And I think that's cool. And I love the fact that they added aspects of Soul Calibur in his story because, he is the Tekken Yoshimitsu is actually the ancestor to the Soul Calibur Yoshimitsu. So, yeah, I love what they did to Yoshimitsu in Tekken 8. I would say with what they did in Tekken 8, I would love to be Mrs. Yoshimitsu because of the fact of what they did to him in Tekken 8. I hope that they do something similar when Tekken 9 comes out and we get Yoshimitsu in Tekken 9. I hope they do something similar because I love his design. he reminds me of a Dragon Ball character. Actually, like, and stuff like that. I love Yoshimitsu in Tekken 8, and like I said, with how they did Yoshimitsu in Tekken 8, I wouldn't mind being Mrs. Yoshimitsu for the Tekken 8 version. It's actually great. All right, now Fang Wei. Where do I put Fang? Let me put him. Needs buffs. I'm not really a big Fang player. I don't hate him. But and I will play him. I play him a little more than other characters. But my opinion, he needs buffs. There's a few moves that I've discovered that needs fixing. And stuff like that. So I hope that they fix him so they will so he can continue being good, and maybe when season 1 fully comes out and we get the next 4 characters, maybe I will do another character thing and put him up higher. Who knows? Panda. I don't like Panda. I've never been a fan of Panda. Until 8, she was very similar to Kuma, and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't really like Panda. I like Panda's endings. I like the fact that she's a bodyguard for Xiao Yu. But I'm never really been a fan of Panda. Alright, Alyssa. I love her story, I love her design, I love that she's a robot. But I would say play if needed, because she's actually one of the harder characters. One of the harder characters to play. Yes, I play her, but I'm not that good at it with her. I am not good with Alyssa. Like, again, I will play as Alyssa, but I'm not good with her at all. Okay, Devil Jin. I'm gonna put him in want to learn, because the fact of the matter is that I do want to learn how to play as him. I'm not that good with him, but I love his ultimate. It reminds me of Goku Black's some of the Goku Blacks, like with the Z sword and stuff like that. So I actually want to learn how to play as Devil Jin. So yeah, I would say if there's a Tekken 9, I can see them getting rid of him because that's what they did in the story. But so yeah, also in the story, I forgot to mention, they get rid of Claudio. Tekken 8's story is quite ballsy because of the fact that they kill off four characters and stuff like that, which is Devil Kazuya, Devil Jin, Claudio, and one other character and I will be mentioning her when we get to her, and stuff like that. So yeah. Next one, Li Chaolong. Where do we? I'm gonna say play if needed, because I love Lee in Tekken 2. I like the fact that he runs Violet Systems. He's got that ultra ego of Violet. He's based off of Michael Jackson. He's just a pain to learn. He is, and I wish that they would give us combat because and stuff like that. Again, I really do like him, but there's just some things that are like his fighting style. Like if he wasn't that difficult to learn how to fight, then I would say yeah. And I love the fact that him, Jin, and Lars, are friends and stuff like that. So yeah, he's a pretty good character. I've liked him ever since Tekken 2, and stuff like that. And I do feel bad for him, and I love his endings. A lot of his endings are actually quite funny. So yeah, I would say Lee Chaolong is because again, I'm not putting him into the I want to learn because of the fact that he's not quite there for me to wanting to actually learn the character yet. Alright. Safina. Now, I'm putting her in the want to learn only because of the fact of the matter is that I love how she fights in 8. But if we're getting a Tekken 9 in 10 years' time, let's say that we do get a Tekken 9 in 10 years' time, because, and I'm saying 10 years because, how long did it take us to get from 7 to 8, and there's, probably going to be 4 season passes and one, and stuff like that, so I would say that I do actually want to learn her. I do like the fact that, Azazel's part of her fighting style, and I love her story. I love her story ever since she first came out. The one thing I hated about her was her fighting style. That's what held me back liking her more in when she first came out in Tekken 6, in Tekken Tag Tournament, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and in Tekken 7, because she had that same fighting style, that, she moves like a spider and stuff like that, which is not really the best. But I love the direction they did, fighting wise, what they did to her, in the fighting style in the game. What I hate is that she was one of the characters that died in Tekken 8's story. Now, and that's really too bad because the fact of the matter is that, especially for me, someone that was starting to like her more, because again, I like her story and the involvement that she has, but if they would have given her, the fighting style that she has in 8 from the beginning, I think I would have been a bigger fan of Safina. I mean, when Safina first got released and revealed, I thought it was June originally. Before, when Tekken 6 got revealed and I saw Safina for the first time, I thought it was June. That's what I thought. But then I find out that it's a new character. And yes, I did give her a shot. And again, I like Safina and I like her story and her involvement. But But I think it's kind of sad that, new fans who are going to be coming from Tekken 8, or even diehard fans of Safina, probably won't be able to see her again unless they bring her back for, like, Tekken Tag Tournament 3, which probably won't happen until after Tekken 9, which, but yeah. Alright. We have 3 more characters to do, and then we are finished. Alright. So, Victor Chevalier. Now, what can I say about Victor? I'm putting him at the want to learn. Now, here's the thing. I'm not really a fan of him yet. I do like his story and the fact that he's Raven's boss. I do like that. But what I hate is his last name. Because the fact of the matter is that Chevalier, that's what a lot of people call Reen Swarzer, who is the main protagonist in the Trails of Cold Steel franchise. Because he's supposed to be the this big hero and stuff like that, and and they call him the Chevalier, and stuff like that, and that's what Victor's last name is. So I do like the reference to Trails of Cold Steel with that, but I wish that his fighting style was different, because I hate Victor's fighting style. It is not fitting for Tekken. It's pretty much it. He would have fit more in Soul Calibur, because if you remember Noctis in Tekken 7, they pretty much took Noctis's fighting style and gave it to Victor. That's pretty much what they did. And that is quite sad. Alright. Brian Fury. Now, Brian Fury, I'm putting in the actually want to learn. Now, the thing is, I'm not that big of a Brian Fury fan myself. Yes, I like Brian. I love his story. I love that he's a cyborg. And I actually enjoy playing as him and fighting style-wise. There are some fans out there that are not a fan of Tekken, who know who Brian Fury is, and who is a fan of Brian Fury, actually. And I think that's pretty cool, that he's got a fan base. Even people that aren't a fan of Tekken are a fan of him, and I think that's actually pretty cool. But yeah, I think that Brian, I'm gonna have to learn how to play as Brian legitly without doing the special style, because and the thing is that with a lot of these characters, you gotta learn how to play them with the brand new system, and that's the pain in the butt. But yeah, I think that is good. Now, Reina, who is the final new character. I'm putting her in the want to learn. She's not at my main just yet, but if she keeps going the way she is, and we redo this, when Season Pass 1 comes out, then I would say she might become my main if I keep practicing with her. I love her fighting style. I really like her. The one thing I do not like is, the fact that she's, young and stuff like that, that because that doesn't really make any sense. She's Heihachi's daughter. So how in the world does that make sense? Because I think she's like 16 or 17, like she's a year younger than Jin. She goes to the same high school as Jin and Xiaoyu, and stuff like that, And she calls Jin senpai, and it's mainly because of the fact that, Jin is supposed to be like a senior or has graduated, I don't know, while she's like a year younger. And apparently in Japan, that's you pretty much call people who's who's older than you senpai, and it's pretty much like a teaching mentor type thing. And the fact of the matter is that she's even though she should be a lot older. That's the main problem I have with her, because she's actually, Kazuya and Lars' sister, supposed to be Jin's aunt. And my opinion, it's kind of weird to have, like an aunt or like a relative who's supposed to be older than you, actually younger than you. That doesn't make any sense, but I'm not questioning that. But I would say, and I love the fact that her, because everyone got titles and stuff like that in this game. Her title is Purple Lightning, and here's the thing, that is also a Trails of Cold Steel reference, because if you play Trails of Cold Steel, one of the main characters, aka the teacher in that game, her title is the Purple Lightning. So the fact that they gave that to Reina also shows me that they have taken inspiration from Trails of Cold Steel. And another thing that they gave her Reina that they took from a Trails of Cold Steel character is the fighting style. Not her Mishima fighting style that she learned from Heihachi, but she's lying and saying that she got it off the internet, which we all know that Heihachi trained her, and stuff like that. She's got the fighting style title, which is fighting style in Japan that's not really well known, but they gave that fighting style to a character, also known as Taito, and stuff like that. And they gave that fighting style to another character from Trails of Cold Steel, actually, and that's where I first learned about it, because again, I'm a big Trails of Cold Steel fan, and when I'm playing the games, so that's pretty much where I learned about it, and I really like her fighting style. And if I keep learning, when the first season pass comes out, that's pretty much what I'm thinking is gonna be the new thing. She might become one of my new mains, depending on the practice and who the new four DLC characters that are going to be added, besides Eddie, of course. So let's recap before I end. Fang needs buffs. Leroy needs buffs. Xiaoyu needs buffs. What's his name? Lars needs buffs. Kazuya needs the biggest buffs out of all of them. And a lot of people noticed that even not only in the demo, but also in the closed network test and the beta test as well. So Kazuya needs most of them, if not all the buffs, and stuff like that. Alright. The hate and never will play. These characters will always probably be on that list, and will probably never ever get removed from it. These characters here, I will play them to unlock their endings. I will play them if I need to, like, or if I feel like, oh, I want to play this character to test them out against someone. I will do that. Then the want to learn. Now, like I said, a lot of these characters, you guys are probably going to be surprised, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are surprised. Reina, ever since she first came out, like her reveal trailer, I knew that I wanted to learn her. I knew I liked her, and I knew that if she wasn't going to be my main, she was going to be in the want to learn until she became my main, and she's not quite there yet. Brian, I knew that I've always wanted to learn, and he's going to stick to being learning. And then, of course, Victor, he is going to be there until I learn, or until I lose interest in him. Safina, same thing. If I get good with her, then maybe she'll go up to. But a lot of these are going to be my second priority characters. The want to learn are my second priority characters, and stuff like that. Devil Jin. He's got a lot of classic Jins fighting, and stuff like that, and I really, really, really like what they did to him in the story and his ultimate. I love his ultimate. So yeah. Yoshimitsu, like I said when we did him, love his 8 look, love his 8 design, love his fighting style. Like a lot of pluses. I don't really have, and I love the fact that they gave him a aspect / tie-in to Soul Calibur. And again, if I have to, I would be Mrs. Yoshimitsu, because I love the Tekken 8 design. I love everything about Yoshimitsu. There has not been no problem. There has not been a single problem with Yoshimitsu and Tekken 8 for me. And that's actually a first for a long time. Leo. Leo's gonna be there for quite a while, because yes, I still want to learn. They have changed Leo's fighting style up a little bit between 7 and 8. So I would say, yeah, it needs to be a little more fixing with Leo, but not much. I still need to do a little more practice with Leo before Leo becomes one of my mains. I don't know. The only downside with Leo that I have in 8 is Leo's ending, pretty much. Aquafina. I just need to keep practicing with her. That's pretty much it. And then once I get good with her, watch out. Jack 8, just practice. I love his ending. It's funny. Because it's like Jane asks Jack to show her what did he learn about Alyssa, and he takes off his head and explodes, and Jane's like, you can't have to learn that, and it's funny. I love Jack's ending in 8. I love it. It's funny. Raven. Now, these are my main characters. These are the characters I will always will play. I haven't really played as Nina yet online, because I haven't made no no outfit yet because I haven't decided on a character that I'm trying to reference for her yet. But once I do, I will be playing as Nina. So there isn't no ghost for her yet. But and yes, I will be talking about the ghost and the games, Super Ghost Battle and the game modes and all that stuff in a proper review soon. So, but Raven, I love Raven in 8. He quickly became one of my mains. When I did Arcade Quest, he was my main character that I did in that. And he's actually my highest ranking character. And I love it. I love his fighting style. I love all of it. Like everything about him. I've always been a Raven player. He was my first character that I played in the arcades when Tekken 5. With Tekken 5, I love Raven. Lily, again, she's probably going to remain as one of my mains because, again, she's the first character that I ever won a tournament with. So that love's not going to change. I'm still going to practice with her so I don't lose my, how good I am with her, and stuff like that. Nina, I've been a big fan of Nina. Big fan of Nina. And I'm probably not going to change my opinions on Nina unless they do something drastic to her. Jun Kazama. Now, I've been a Jun fan ever since Tekken 2. And she was the only character that I wanted back in Tekken 7 when Tekken 7 first came out. And I love the fact that she's back. Her ending, oh my god, her character ending is so sad. It's the saddest one in the whole entire game. And if you watch, I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but she's got the saddest ending, and I feel for her. Again, I'm a big Jun fan. She's the one that got me into the franchise. I love Jun and stuff like that. But anyway, enough rambling and stuff like that. This is my tier list of who, for now, until Season Pass 1 comes out with Eddie Gordo and what other characters come out. I might do another tier list in the future when Tekken 8 Season Pass 1 comes out. But anyway, for now, that's pretty much it. But yeah, if I have to be known as Mrs. Yoshimitsu for this point forward, I don't care. As long as you guys remember that it's only the Tekken 8 Yoshimitsu and not any other version. But yeah, thank you guys again for watching. Make sure you comment, rate, subscribe, turn on notifications, so you don't miss a video from me. And I'll see you guys next time for more videos. Goodbye.